now. Sama and I, my co-facilitator and I, have been really proud of our participants with how hard they've been working and tackling a lot of big ideas. I think it's actually really like perfectly timed that our pathway is the last to present, because we actually have like projects and topics that cover all of these ideas that these pathways have discussed. And we're learning how to address that through art, you know, and through artistic means, and promoting awareness and solidarity and unity through art. So I'm really excited to have you guys see what we've been working on. I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to pass it over to our participants to tell you what we've been working on. Shema, I'm going to pass the mic over to you to get us started.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. So hello everyone, my name is Shaima Kharraz, I'm 15 years old and I'm from Tunisia. During this global pandemic, I feel so lucky to be part of this wonderful global youth village. I'm here today to share with you a small overview about our life-changing experience as a participant in the crossing culture through the art pathway. So, how can I think like an artist? This is the question that comes to the mind of every beginner in the field of art. Fortunately, we were able to answer this question since we learned how to analyze problems with the mind of an artist. Even we were able to know how to see word from the art card. At the beginning of the pathway, we started to learn about our different culture, traditions, and local arts. This has helped us to know more about the various arts existing all over the world. Moreover, we did not forget to create our code of conduct, of course, to make sure we are working in a comfortable, respectful, and fun environment. Our code of conduct is mainly about being open-minded, sharing our ideas, working in the teams, trusting and respecting each other. This is what we have worked on during our first week, and in the second week, we have a series of projects that we were required to complete by the end of the pathway. These projects are, the first one is the 16-second sketchbook project, which is a daily task. The second one is an individually solidarity image that shows a specific topic and focus on promoting unity, peace building, and cross-culture understanding. And the last project is a collaborative one that combine all the individual solidarity piece to create one diverse community art piece. Also, the participants were required to write an artistic statement about why did they start why did they start working on arts, how and what exactly they made in arts. So this is was a small overview about our pathway. I will give the chance to my friends to tell you more what we have learned. So you can go, Ruti and Farah. And thank you.
Hi guys, my name is Ruthie. I'm currently living in USA, but I am from a country in West Coast Africa called Cape Verde. So this, this is a topic we covered on the crossing culture through arts, which is we talk about eco art, digital art, public art, minority art, and also environmental arts. And first of all, eco art is the kind of like a practice that seeks to preserve the life forms, like preserve things, using materials that from the nature that can be organic or even found things that considered trash. For example, people use recycle to create artwork. And speaking of this, we also have like environment art, which is similar to eco art, but it focuses more on the craft art, earth art, and land art. And they often use photography to preserve it because they disappear over the time. And the main purpose of eco art and environmental art is just like to work in harmony with the nature and try to raise the awareness about how any any product can be useful to make art. I'll pass it to Farah to talk about tech art.
Okay, hi, I'm Farah. I'm from Egypt. So today I will tell you about digital art, which is the tech art also, and I'll talk about the public art. I'll start with the digital art. What is the digital art? Digital art can be by tablets, motions like 3D devices, and Apple Pencils, and also different apps. So digital art is an artistic work or practice that uses digital technology as a part of the creative or presentation process. And I think that the digital art in the future will be more famous and we will use it a lot. And I think there will be a lot of lovers for the digital art. And I think it will have also a lot of different types for the digital art in the future. Now I'll talk about the public art. For me, public art is a reflection of how we see the world. I'll tell you what is the public art. Public art refers to a specific art genre with its own professional and critical discourses. It represents art in any media whose from function and meaning are created for the general public through a public process. Public art is also the direct or indirect product of public process of creation. So now I'll pass it over to Ruth and she will tell you about the minority art.
So the minority art is also a part where it talks about past and present artists that do not get enough recognition, especially because they're like people of color or women. Like we're like African Americans, Hispanic, Asian American. Especially this happens a lot. People struggle this in Europe where women or people of color don't get enough recognition. And this has been happening for centuries where women or they haven't had the same level of support or education or public space in our society. So that's basically what it talks about. We also have these images. This is just to give you an idea about, like, for example, in the top right, there's like an image of eco art, which is made of like toilet paper, just to, show how it can be expressed as art. And we have like a house where that's public art, and that's one of the digital art. And in the top left, that's kind of like a lot of trashes all combined. There's like bicycles and a lot of things. In the top bottom, that's like environmental art. And I will pass it to Jorge, I believe, that's gonna talk about another project.
Hello everyone, my name is Jorge, I'm from Mexico. And this is the 60 seconds sketchbook project, which it is a project in which we have to develop our skills in drawing, in visualizing, and different things, and we have to create a piece of art. As we can see, CCTA means like you have to develop lots of skills. I mean, inspiration doesn't come only from mind. It comes from other people, from trees, from nature, from rain, even from the street you're walking on. And this is what the project is about. I mean, we have to develop different things. For example, portraits at the beginning, in which only we have to get a big approach. And then we have to develop from different art, inspiration from local art, graffiti, other paints on walls. And on the other hand, we also had the opportunity to see the perspective of different muralists, painters, maybe Picasso's, Van Gogh's, or in order to try to replicate, let's say, or how good we are at it. And we also learned about tech art and eco art, in which not only, as I said before, not only books or not only other paintings gives us the opportunity to express ourselves, our emotions, our feelings, but also we have the opportunity to see in nature leaves, even fruit, even new apps, in order to express those emotions. And that's the reason we have. I'm sorry. Sir. Also, part of this project, part it was also to start developing the Solidarity Project and other projects we also did. And it was really good. We also shared from these projects part of our culture that, and in different pictures, that also art, that also music can be a part of our art, which you were really good at listening to different perspectives from other countries. And that's what it takes from this project, which I think this project enriched all of us. And now if we had on, the 60 seconds project was more than drawing or doing different things, was just to, how to say this one, was to feel comfortable with us. And I think it was the most important part, and I think everybody did it. And let's keep on the next part, which is about the individual projects and solidarity projects.
Hi, I'm Renee. I'll be presenting about the solidarity projects for collaborative and individual. So for our individual projects, we were given the opportunity to create an art piece inspired by a topic important to us and related to solidarity. And solidarity is unity between individuals or a group with common support. On the slide, you can see some of our examples, and the topics that were covered were sexual harassment, internal teenage struggles, Black Lives Matter, global pollution, mental health, disaster relief, support for health staff, and growth. And underneath each one, you can see the artists' names, and the next slide also has a couple more projects that didn't fit on that slide. So these are the examples. And in addition to our individual projects, our pathway was also given the opportunity to create a collaborative project. And these included a combination of ideas from individual projects. The overall theme from our collaborative pieces were a change that needed to be made worldwide and how a change could affect each and every one of us globally. And before I turn it over, I would like to thank the staff from GYV and especially Joanna and Sama for being great group leaders and inspiring and teaching us to think like an artist, trust the process, and be able to send a message through our art. And I've also loved getting to meet each and every one of you, and I hope to continue to do so. Thank you so much, and I'd like to turn it over to Jada now.
Hi everyone, good morning. So I'll be doing the virtual exhibition. What does art means to us? Art is the expression of human creative skill and imagination in visual forms such as painting and producing work to be primarily for their beauty and power. When we use art, we use it to share powerful messages. We use it to express ourselves by either singing or dancing, music, or drawing or painting. Okay. Some of the projects that we got to do for ours, we got to draw, we got to do proms, and some of our projects were global pollution, sexual harassment, and teenage struggle. So the vision and statement for the GYV's Crossing Through Cultures Through the Arts is everyone is an artist, and you can discover how you can think like an artist. How does art make you reflect and question the world around you? What are examples, community art that inspire you? Are these traditional art forms that you would like to share and share about? Join Crossing Cultures through the arts to learn about the creative process and how it's relevant in the world's most important issues today.
Thank you so much, Jada. This is our virtual website that we made to showcase all of the work that we've been working so hard on. So each participant has a specific page where they can show whatever projects they want to show on like a sort of global virtual exhibition. With things like COVID-19, you know, we're left with the predicament of how to connect with other people and to show our work. So thankfully, our sort of capacity for online connection is ever growing, and we're really excited to use that as a great resource to show our art and to show, you know, what we're passionate about and to show awareness to all these different causes. So this is just a little sneak peek of some of the profiles. Due to time, we can't show everybody, so we'll just conclude with a final thank you, and I'll pass it back over to Shema to finish us off.
Thank you so much for hearing us and for everything. We're so thankful. Also for our facilitators, Joanna and Sameh, for giving us and teaching us. We're also thankful for everyone who gives us this opportunity to be part of this amazing program. Before closing, there's some questions, like if our, the rest of the Crossing Culture Through the Art participants will answer, like how is thinking like an artist relevant to your pathway or your goals? What does art, I'm sorry. Why does art matter in the time of crisis? How does art transforms, heals, adverse, or promote solidarity? For me, I'll answer the second questions. Like arts give, like sometimes people can express their opinions with talking or with saying words. So arts is the best way to say whatever they want, to express themselves and to be able to share their opinions with others. Does anyone has another opinion to share or any other questions for us?
Joanna, can you go back, stop share screen, go back to gallery views so we can see people?
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, it was great. I loved your presentation. Sorry, Hallie.
No, please keep going.
No, I love your presentation. I mean, it was amazing, and congrats.
Beautiful, thank you. I just have a question for someone I don't really identify as an artist, and I love the statement, think like an artist, as someone who maybe isn't the best at, you know, developing visual art. This is a question for the participants of Crossing Cultures of the Arts. What are ways that people who maybe struggle to identify as an artist, how can we show solidarity through art, or how can we participate in the great work that you guys are doing?
For me, I think art comes in many different forms, and there are so many ways to show art, and part of thinking like an artist is not being so worried about perfection and how it'll turn out, and just creating what you want to create and sharing what you want to share. And you can share a message through your art based on how you promote it and the way you give off energy, or just the way you spread the word about what you create and what your art represents to other people and to yourself.
Thank you.
And also, just to add what Renee's be saying, like the main thing I've learned about this is just to be comfortable with ambiguity, like just be able to draw things and feel comfortable. And even though sometimes you don't know, you like before doing this participating in this pathway. Just like, oh, I'm not gonna draw this. We gotta know how to draw. Just like, I'm a bad at drawing, but like going through this process, just being able to feel comfortable and just like expressing yourself in different ways. So it was amazing.
It's beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, as Ruti said, at the beginning we found a lot of problems, even in trusting ourselves that we can express ourselves in like drawing or anything we do. Like at the beginning we were struggling with that, but our facilitators give us this trust for ourselves and help us too much. Even they were able, even they give us the. In the beginning, we were not able to know what specific topic in art. Art is a big topic, and we have to choose a specific thing in it. Our facilitators helped us too much to know what the thing that we're interested more, what the thing that we love to do more. And we're so thankful to be able to know that. We were able also to discover a lot of new things about arts, to know what exactly art is. And thank you so much.
I think to be an artist is to just really be yourself and to be confident in what you have to do. And even if you make a mistake, mistakes are to be learned from, and you're supposed to use that and to correct your mistake and don't feel bad about it. As an artist, we share our emotions, and that is why art is so deep. It's such a beautiful message. It shares a beautiful message and beautiful ideas, and everybody's ideas are important. And that is why art is beautiful, because you could just want to share, and you could share it through anything. Like before we had eco art, technological art, performing art. Art is amazing, and express yourself and have fun.
And I just want to say like something, at least one thing y'all should take away with this throughout the presentation. Just want to, if you guys in your country just go around the city and check your public art now that you're seeing how beautiful and how important it is in our art. So just check it out in your city.
Can I give a small comment? Am I allowed to do that?
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah,
okay.
coming from someone who can't properly hold a pencil, I think that it was really amazing to see you guys draw like all these art, you know, and I think it speaks that no matter what country you're from, art really is a universal language. So yeah, I think it was really amazing to see you guys connect through art.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I think, Jorge, do you have your hand raised?
Yeah. Just I'd like to say thank you because to Joanna and Samak, because I consider their activities were really good. It was an early morning for some of us. For some others, it was the afternoon. For some others were night, literal. And I remember I said once, like, coffee always perks me up, and conversations with them. I mean, with all of the people involved in CCTA was really good. I mean, to see everybody's faces. I think it was challenging at the beginning because we like art, but sometimes we don't know how to express it. For example, we consider, in my point of view, drawing is my difficult part. Really, I don't like drawing. Well, I like drawing, but like really abstract. But CCTA helped me. Like we don't have barriers. Even language is not a barrier. English language is not a barrier. I mean, us is a barrier, and that's what I learned from them. Like we have different points of view. I mean, we have different parts in which we can express ourselves more than emotions, more than feelings. music. We have the music, and I think I could understand better music through CCTA. I learned from all of the class, the from their opinions. And I really like to say thank you, thank you, because I mean, everybody did this possible. And Joanne Samak, really thank you, because I'm pretty sure like you did more than your best, really. And I think everybody agrees with me that you really did more than expected. Really, thank you so much.
Thank
I really
you.
enjoyed this experience.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. I wish there was a little heart reaction that I could do for all of you all. I just am so blown away by your comments. Thank you so much. I love you all, and I'm sending lots of virtual hugs.
Is that the end of the CCTA process?
Yeah, if anyone had any additional questions, we love making sort of art an interdisciplinary topic. So if you have any thoughts of how you can use it in your pathway or in your, goals as a leader in the world, we'd love to hear that.
Mm. That's a good reflection piece. So we really covered a lot of ground today, starting with the Sustainable Development Goals and people's personal mission statements, through the Global Earth Warriors talking about their local environmental situations and their solutions, and now to thinking like an artist. And as Ruth said, I'm already like gonna notice things around me in my community more because of that. And the messages of solidarity through art. I think that's super important too. So does anybody have anything that they want to, I'll throw it to Mr. Rash at the end, and then we're gonna do a little exercise in the chat before we go. Go ahead, Mr. Rash.
Well, in terms of this last presentation, I want to say how comprehensive it was and how wonderful it is to remind us that in the English language, and I'm sure in other languages, we have statements like the art of public speaking, the art of cooking, the art of patience. And what does it really mean? It really means that we all have some skill. And that skill is something that we use to share our innermost feelings and thoughts and capabilities. I happen to come from an artistic family. My father was a painter. My mother was a concert pianist. My daughters, as you well know, have many art skills. And I think that when we look at ourselves and we reflect upon ourselves and ask what skills we have and what we like to share, we have to think of it as art. And that's the thread that keeps us all bound together. So I think it's really wonderful. It reminds me of a statement that I think that Albert Schweitzer made, that about, he said, the only possible way out of the present chaos is for us to adopt a worldview which will bring us once more under the control of the ideals of true civilization, true humaneness, which are contained in all of us. And so this is the art of civilizing, and you've done a beautiful job in this pathway, and of course in all of them. So I'll combine my statements, I'll let somebody else talk, but everybody today has it's been a moving experience from so many different lenses and perspectives. And this is just the beginning, just a new beginning. And personally, I feel that after so many decades, this commitment that I personally have to humaneness and making humane human beings the spokespeople for all of humanity is coming into the world at a very important time. So thank you very much.
Great. All right, Haley, you're going to do some screenshots. And while Haley is getting ready to set that up, I want everybody to think of one word that they are now feeling or thinking about and going to take with them for the rest of their day, night. And we'll throw those in the chat after the screenshot. So go ahead, Haley.
Great. So, I can't end a Zoom call without doing some screenshots of your beautiful faces. So if you would like to be shown in the picture, please turn on your camera, and we're going to take two different pictures because we have two screens. And I would also ask that you smile for both because you may be on my first or my second screen, and we want to see all your beautiful faces. So I think we are all set for the screen number 1. So I'm going to count down from 3. So give me your smile. We have 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Beautiful. And then we're going to do one more countdown. Let me get the chat not in the picture. Yep. All right. 3, 2, 1. Smile. Beautiful part 2. I love it. Thanks, guys.
All right, so remember to bring a candle and something to light it with for tomorrow's final recognition ceremony. And while we're leaving, go ahead and write your one word that you now feel or are going into your next part of your day with. And if you want to save the chat, there's the 3 buttons down at the bottom, and you can save the chat text. Thank you, everybody. Really great to see you all and great to have you as part of our lives together. Remember to join tomorrow at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, okay? And if there's anybody missing today, go and crack them over the head and tell them to be here tomorrow. All right.
Eastern Daylight.
All right, bye everybody.
Bye.